Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and I have a layout to share today for GoGo Getaway. This is the colour challenge from the recent Cybercrop, GoGo Getaway Cybercrop that we run every month. These are my colours, and I decided to use the Acorn Lane collection by Simple Stories. And I particularly liked, on the colour swatch, I particularly liked the kind of purpley mauvey colour on the left hand side, there's something similar in the Acorn Lane collection, that was the paper I decided to focus on. The paper I use, you can see, is that kind of colour, but it also has like a golden dot on it too. So I decided to cut the middle out. I gutted it about 1 inch in from each edge. And then I cut a square from the middle section as well and put that in the middle of my layout. And I'm building my layout on that middle square. I love the white space around the edge of that middle square. It gives lots of breathing space around all the elements. So I have this one photo, which is a landscape photo, and I have a journaling card that I've cut from one of the Simple Stories Acorn Lane papers that I really wanted to incorporate and use. So I've got that tucked behind my photo, and that's going to give me a place for an embellishment cluster top right of the photo. And then I've got this very cute little mushrooms and fox down the bottom, and I've got my title sitting on the square, and I've got a big embellishment cluster on the left hand side as well. So while I'm making this layout, I'm constantly looking at the colour swatches to make sure that I'm pulling in all of the colours. I definitely seem to be doing it. The darker blue is the one colour I don't seem to have much of, so that's why I have put my deliberately mounted my photo onto that colour, and then the only other colour that I'm lacking a little bit is the green, but I'm going to bring that in shortly with a heart and a tag as well. It does feature in some of the ephemera, so I wasn't too worried about it. And also, this is just a colour swatch inspiration. You know, if you use mostly those colours, it's fine. You don't have to use all of them, it's just to be inspired by, ultimately we just want you to scrapbook, and give you a bit of a jumping off point, a starting point. We're not overly strict. So I just felt that my border needed a bit of extra definition. It was a bit samey with the same border on the outside as the square in the middle. So I just took some strips of the same paper, but the reverse side, and that has it's on a brown background, and that brought in the brown as well. Brown background with lovely flowers all over it, and I cut them. I left them the length that they were, which is exactly the width of the aperture, and I just cut them about, I don't know, 1/2 inch each, or a bit bigger, 3/4 inch wide each. Just rest the edges, and I tuck them under the edges of my frame. So the corners are not perfect, they overlap slightly, they're not mitered, but they look fine. You'd have to examine it really closely to notice. So now that I've got all that stuck in place, I really love how that looks. I'm so pleased I did the double border. It looks much better with that extra bit of dark definition around that edge. I've got I think my perspectives are stuck in place. I've added in the green tag behind the flowers on the right. I've just added the green heart above the little tile on the left. I should also say that I added machine stitching around the middle of my layout as well, so that middle square is machine stitched around. I didn't do it around the border. Perhaps I should have done, but I didn't. And then I'm just, for my title, I've obviously got the word family, which is an older Bramble Fox perspective that I've had hanging around for a while, and I added pickings, so it was family pickings, from the tile alphabet stickers in the Acorn Lane sticker book. So just added those in. So I've got family pickings, which I thought was quite a nice title. Just added a little bit of journaling there. I want to add some sequins to my clusters. So I added a little bit of gold ribbon to my tag. I've got a pink Bramble Fox pumpkin perspective as well. I've got the purpley pumpkin patch and pumpkins 50 cents there as well. It's all kind of coming together nicely. Just adding in my sequins with some glossy accents. Just move them out of the way with my paper piercing tool, and put some glue underneath them and then move them back into position. So that's how I do that. But there we go, it's nearly done. I just want to finish off with a few splatters of gold paint. But otherwise, looking at the colour swatch now, I've managed to get them all in. I'm really happy with how it's looking. I like that mauve colour is my dominant colour. I really love that colour. I think it's very pretty, perfect for autumn. Yeah, there we go, all done with my splatters now. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you managed to join in with the Cybercrop challenge and enjoyed playing along. And I hope you liked my colours. So thank you very much for joining me today. That was Niki Rowland for GoGo Getaway doing the Colour Cybercrop challenge.